G'day YouTube, it's Ralph here, and in today's video I'm actually going to talk about on what happened the past 2 weeks because I was gone and I haven't really reported on my weekly progress. So before I jump into the topic, I would just like to take this opportunity to tell you guys I do apologize for not uploading the past 2 weeks. It's just because I really got sick. I'm not sure if I caught COVID or some sort of like bad viral infection out here spreading in Melbourne, so I still have a bit of cough from it, so my apologies in advance if I cough every now and then throughout this video. Yeah, that's just basically what happened. That's why I wasn't able to upload or report on what's going on with my weekly progression. So right now, as of my recording, I'm approaching my deload week, which is basically the 6th week of my periodization. The reason being why I didn't record on my 5th week is because I wasn't really feeling well, and I wasn't really hitting my progression overload consistently on that 5th week, because obviously just recovering from the illness, like a nasty flu or cold, it just takes a lot from me in terms of like performing really well physically in the weight room. And so what exactly happened? On the 3rd day of my 5th week on my weekly progression, I got really cooked. Like, I developed sore throat after my back day on my 5th week. That's like the 2nd day of my weekly program. And what happened is just spiraled really heavily. And after sore throat the next day, I just have this headache, and I was just really having this cold symptoms, and I actually have to miss work for like a week because it was really that bad. I think the contributing factor why I got sick is, number one, I wasn't really sleeping well. It's just because my work schedule, in terms of like balancing out my other gigs in my daily tasks, such as trying to create some content on my YouTube channel, and I do have a business running on the side as well, which I operate on ungodly hours. Like, sometimes I do operate like between 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. and then from 12 midnight till 3 a.m. So that 12 midnight to 3 a.m. window, I normally just stay as long as around 12:30 or 1 o'clock. It's just because it's really hard to sometimes leave a chance if I'm seeing an opportunity to do a business transaction on that period. And if I'm just gonna let it slip because I have to sleep, I don't really know if I'm gonna get that chance again the next day, or sometimes I have to wait for a long time before it presents itself to me again. So I was not really sleeping well in terms of like with my sleep cycle. I was just getting like 5 or maximum 6 hours per day, and that's not really great, especially if I'm on caloric deficit. Plus the fact that I'm pushing my body to the limits in terms of like progressing through my weight training, because I'm adding like 1 rep per each week on my training regimen, or sometimes I do add some weight and just basically add some load or volume on how I can basically move forward through my progression. So that is that. So sorry about the rambling. I'm not really going through any scripts here. I'll just give you an update. I won't really go through like the amount of reps and if they change any sets in terms of like my weekly routine on week 4 and week 5. So just to summarize it, I still did the same exercise on my week 3. It's just that I added 1 rep for each exercise, most of it on week 4. So like, let's say if I'm doing like chest incline press for like 28 kg for 8 reps, obviously the next week will be 9 reps, and the same amount of sets will be 2 sets. You guys get the picture. I did hit all my targets on week 4, but obviously my body is just really taxed out during that time. With my experience with approaching periodization while on caloric deficit, the most challenging time to go through my weight training is week 5, because by that time I'm really fatigued in terms of like pushing my body to the limits with my calories being really limited. So I did said that I will I will reduce my cardiovascular exercise on week 5, and I didn't actually get a chance to do a cardio exercise on week 5. It's because I was just really feeling fatigued on the first day, which is Monday on week 5, and then second day just not really feeling it, but I still go through it because what the heck, it's like the last week of my progression before I go and deload, so I will get that sort of like rest or reset on week 6. What happened after my day on Tuesday on week 5, I got cooked, so totally missed out the remaining of the week, and it lasted for 7 or 8 days I think, because I continued my week 5 progression last week around Wednesday or Thursday, I can't remember, between that day. So I just kept going through it, and some of the exercise on my weekly routine has been removed. That's just how my app works. So let's say if I did some on my back day, I did some reverse pull downs on hammer machine, and then after that I'll follow it through with lat pull downs. On week 5 I took out my lat pull down because I'm getting enough load on my back exercise. Also that happened with my push exercise on Thursday. I didn't do any sort of my rep push-up after my chest press, so that's really good, because I was really on struggle town when I was doing my week 5 progression. So I finished that last week, so right now I'm a bit off the schedule because I was anticipating to finish this shred for 12 weeks. So right now I have been moved to another week, so it will take at least 13 weeks from now, given the fact that if I don't get sick again in the next coming 6 weeks. So hopefully in terms of like with my weight training progression, I will just keep pushing through it. In terms of calories and my body weight, so right now I'm sitting around 65.6 kg, which is like 600 grams shy from my target weight. I think the reason being my weight went down is because number one, I got sick, so that's a contributing factor, because when I was sick I wasn't really tracking my calories in terms of like protein, fats or carbs, but I was being mindful about my protein intake, even though I was eating really like not part of my normal meal plan, like let's say chicken and rice and sweet potato and burger or salmon. I was actually eating ramen noodles. It's because I need that higher sodium when I'm recovering through an illness or through cold symptoms. But obviously I'm adding some protein-rich foods such as chicken breast or chicken thighs, and then a bit of eggs and things like that, just to bring up my protein, and some occasional blueberry shakes just to get some vitamin C into my body and some good nourishment, just to help my body heals up faster. So that was the case when I was sick, so that's why I probably lost like a huge amount of weight. I think I dropped down from 66.5 kg to 65.6, so that's a huge drop in a week or less than a week. So right now I would say I won't really drop my calories. It's just because the fact that it wasn't really part of plan of like losing that much weight in 1 week span. I mean, it's not really in my control. So I'm just gonna keep my calories to 2,000 calories. 180 grams of protein will still be in place, or 170, between 170 and 180, and 25% of my calories will be allocated to my fat intake, which is roughly around 50 to 70 grams between those numbers, and the rest will be just filled with carbs. So after this deload, I will basically resume my progression overload from week 5. So week 7 till week 11 will be just a continuous grind in terms of like weight training. So that's basically it. In terms of like physique, I'm just gonna show a random video on how my physique in comparison from week 1 to week 6. Right now I'm just not feeling like as good as like when I was in week 4 and week 5, but I'm slowly getting there in terms of like mental and physical strength. But I know for the fact that these things happens. We're not in control of what could happen in the future. So that's why I always promote on my channel that we should be able to adjust or be flexible when life throws a curveball at us. Because at the end of the day, as long as we have that goal in mind, we know how to pivot ourselves towards that direction. Whatever setbacks or difficult moments could go through my way, as long as I keep moving forward, we'll hit that goal. So that is that. Sorry, this video is just a bit of like a ramble instead of just like having a proper scripting in terms of like how my weekly progression is going. So that's basically it. And also I'll probably change my weekly video format in terms of like uploading in my YouTube channel. I'll try doing shorts. I think people would appreciate that more, because I know people are like busy with their lives and not everyone is willing to watch like a 10 to 20 minute video in my channel. So I'll try to throw some gems every now and then in my YouTube shorts in order for me to just keep spreading the message on how to lose weight or how to lose fat the proper way. So that is that, guys. Again, my apologies if I wasn't able to upload last week, but I'll get through it and just be consistent with this YouTube gig. Again, for those who are watching my video, I really appreciate it. And if you guys can hit the like button, and also if you guys have any friends or relatives who are interested on watching someone on how to lose weight, like in my case, yeah, share this video to them. I really appreciate that, and I'll try to do my best on being real and being raw on how I approach this weight loss journey. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. That will help to grow the channel. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, this is Ralph signing off. Like what I've been saying, stay fit, stay strong, and keep crushing it. Have a good one, guys.